They've got Smith. Kid out there with Lee, and they're skinny. And it's Vucevic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Philadelphia, John Collins is out there with Embiid. Then it's the Magician. Then it's Paul George. And it's Maxey in at the point guard. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game. You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but still got the shot to fall.
Yep, it counts.
Once Embiid has the ball in that spot, it's lights out.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Bulls. It's a three-point game. Here's Andrews. And Embiid with the block. And now here comes Collins leading the break. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And again, it's Philadelphia.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. A perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
Tries to keep it alive. Embiid with the steal. Fast break Philadelphia. Here's the Magician. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Good on both. Richard, the year before you entered the league in 2001, the Sixers made the NBA Finals and haven't since.
Yeah, I just love watching Allen Iverson that season. Won the MVP, averaged 31 points per game, almost 20 more points than any of his teammates. He was the offensive firepower every single night.
Bulls shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for two.
Smith hits them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And he drives in. It's deflected. Lee outside. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Beautiful touch around the rim. Soft lay-in with the underhand finger roll.
Inside, Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Andrews passes to Vucevic. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's the Magician, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Here's Andrews. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Dean. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Sixers ball.
And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Bulls in second.
It's been a great run for them, kind of shooting the basketball. You love when multiple guys get into a groove at the same time.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lee with the block. Pulls up, high post, and he drops that one in. Lee's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And there's the foul. It will go on Lee. That'll be his second foul of the game. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. On the wing, George. 9 points last game. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's the Magician. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
To the middle.
And he pulls off the Houdini to bait that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And more in the NBA, Greg, we're seeing teams face each other twice in a row just like this. Do the players like this kind of scheduling, you think?
Listen, players are in favor of anything that cuts down on travel. And this is one of the ways to do it. The league's doing a lot to make the season less of a grind.
Here comes your Philadelphia 76ers ENT, everybody.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Joel Embiid.
Let's hear it for your 76ers Youth Dance Team.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. From the arc. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Maxey against Smith. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Sometimes you just got to look away, man. I felt that move from Maxey.
Bulls trail by 5. Here's Andrews. No scoring in this one. Lets it go with the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Passes it to George. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Kevin Lee. That's his 3rd personal foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Well, they're off to a good start, getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 9 points, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
Shot by Collins, no good.
Great contest by the defense, and he's unable to hit that tough fadeaway.
And Vucevic, RJ, one of the few NBA players from Switzerland.
Yeah, he's in a pretty exclusive club of Swiss players. Just 4 players coming from there. All of them since 2006. I love it when we get new players from new countries. It just grows the game.
Here's Maxey after the Bulls pick up 2. Andrews passes to Smith. It's good.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's the Magician. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Here's Andrews. The pass to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another one falls for Chicago.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so...
Now, here's George. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Lee outside. Collins grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation. How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Another shot, and the rejection by Embiid.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding, and his awareness of when to go for the block.
Here's the Magician. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The Magician's got 6.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Some numbers for Vucevic. Over the last month, getting it done. Getting around 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
Here's Andrews, still without a basket. And another miss by Chicago.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Embiid inside. Vucevic defending, and the shot goes in. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Andrews, and a wide open look for Lee. No good from outside. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's George. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball. He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Maxey kicks to Collins. Here's the Magician. He's got 6. That shot is off. Great D that time from Vucevic.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Bulls in second,
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for the Magician. It's such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. That one good for two. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Here's the Magician. 6 points for him. Whoa, look out! Look out!
Can I see? That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Andrews. Fires from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Here's Mr. Moves. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Vucevic with the bucket.
You can get in his face, but Vooch, look, he's just too good sometimes.
Here's Mr. Moves. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That's tipped. One-on-one here. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's Yabusele. Out to the right wing. Here's the drive. Bryant. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Still Sixers ball.
Three from the inbound. Another three for Philadelphia.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Hit the tip, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his second bucket.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's the Magician. 11 points in the game. Yes, that goes in.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Dosunmu, the pass to Money. There's a minute left to play in the first. And that one's good. Andrew.
3-point.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Poke loose. Going inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Paul George.
And maybe it's shocking. Maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Bulls trail by 4. Andrews passes to Money, and the shot goes down.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Here's the Magician. He's got 13. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Andrews, no good.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Passes to Yabusele. To the paint, stripped away. Here's Andrews. Money off on the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. 76ers on top, leading by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Here's Andrews. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got the kid. Skinny is out there with Smith. And it's Vucevic. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Maxey. They lead by 4. Got a hand on it. And here we go. The Bulls fast break.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
And, guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here's Maxey. Right wing. Embiid, the pass to Mr. Moves. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 to shoot. Here's George. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
And the pass to Andrews. Over Maxey. Some solid defense from Maxey. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Yabusele. Up again. It's good on the putback. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As ever, Joel Embiid has the pressure on him to be the franchise player. He said it's not an easy job. If it was easy, everybody would do it. When you're actually the best offensive player and the best defensive player, you got to make plays. You can't be perfect. All I can do is try to do my best every game. Kevin?
Well said. His best DA is pretty great, isn't it? Thank you so much for the report. And here are the Bulls now. 76ers getting the bucket. Maxey in the corner. And he drops it in from the low post. Maxey's got 9. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some. Some have argued for changing the charge rules. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. That seems less extreme.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Money's checked in for Vucevic. Lee comes in for Smith. And Ball subbed in for Skinny. Ball against Maxey. Maxey grabs the miss.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Dosunmu, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. If you're looking at Dosunmu, he's had some recent recognition for his ability.
Getting to appear in the Rising Stars Challenge. Look, a credit to the promise he shows as a young player. That selection can be very encouraging for a young guy.
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. He doesn't get the second one. Philadelphia leading by 5. Stolen by Ball. To the inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Mr. Moves, and they pick up 2. 6 points for Mr. Moves.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Dosunmu, the pass the ball. Out left to the wing. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Dean. The 76ers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Lee against George. Lee passes to Money. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Embiid. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Mr. Move. Stolen away. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Dosunmu. Passes it to Money.
Hey, who's watching though?
And here is Dosunmu. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Lee. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. George got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And sticking with his shot, Paul George willing that ball in.
Here's Lee. Another one falls for Chicago.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
George looking over the floor. Here's the pass to Yabusele. Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room. And they get it back. On the wing, George. Lee with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at. And with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
So for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Money. Smith comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Skinny in for Lonzo Ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. 4-point game. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Andrews passes to Vucevic. Good D by Drummond.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's Lee. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Putting others before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wished I played with more guys like him. Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Here's the Magician. He's got 15. It's stolen by Smith. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Look, if he's within range, Vuce is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Here's Grimes. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Here's the Magician, covered by Lee. Clock at 4. Here's the Magician. Rebound by the Kid. The Kid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Andrews taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
There's the steal. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Maxey. The Bulls getting the bucket. 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Collins wide open. He fires. Trains the three-pointers. Collins has got 5.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
To the middle. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Maxey has to grind. Chicago grabs the miss.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And there's the drive.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Vucevic with the block.
Powerful swat by Vuce, showing how effective he can be on D.
Pass to Andrews. Now, here's Vucevic. He's guarded by Collins. And it's Vucevic missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Now, here's Maxey. He had 31 points in the win against
the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Here's Andrews. Smith outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's his second.
And they're beginning to
foul.
just flat out fall apart defensively right
At the
now,
line for the Bulls.
especially on the interior.
The Bulls have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Here's the Magician, covered by Lee, and the Kid picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
outside Collins. Looking to end the run.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Here's Andrews, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Bulls have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
Chicago, Andrews, 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The 76ers trail by 14. The Magician passes to Collins. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And a lot of players might have passed that shot up. Not Collins. He stays aggressive and draws the foul.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Bulls leading by 13. Lee dishes to Vucevic. Right on the bucket. Vucevic has got 10.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
The Magician passes to Collins. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Up top, Maxey. Covered by Smith. Now, here's Maxey. 11 points in the game. Clock is at 3. Bobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
And so that's the end of the first half. Bulls lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
The Bulls.
Kevin, thanks, Nick. What got you guys going in the first half?
It was just we played aggressive and try to be present in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's all we need to do, when we start the game up right, and we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Obviously, it's how you finish, not how you start. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D, and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
The magician out there with Maxey. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Collins. And it's Embiid in at the 5. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Lee. And the Bulls get it back. The 76ers trail by 13. Here's the magician. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Andrews passes to Lee. Smith in the post. Working on Collins. And Smith slams it home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Bulls leading by 13, and it's Smith finishing it off.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Goes up to the stripe. Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
Love the activity from Embiid. Just doing whatever he can to keep plays alive. Getting rewarded for it there.
Lee left side. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Smith. Drops in the layup for 2. Smith's got 19 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. For the Sixers, it's championship or bust. Joel Embiid said there's nothing to be happy about just getting to the conference finals or the finals. You got to win the whole thing. That's the goal. And every single day, it's just trying to find ways to make that happen. Back to you.
Yep, all or nothing. David, thank you. Here's the kid. He's got 12. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, George with it. Knocked loose. Lee with the steal. To the inside, Dean. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Vucevic. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And the 76ers call time here. Lee really making a difference here.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
ENT, everybody. Here comes your Philadelphia 76ers, Ian.
And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Take a look at Skinny, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop, and hit him right when he needed to.
Here's Smith, and the rejection by Collins.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And when you look at the moves that Embiid has in the mid-range, he moves like a guard out there.
He studies film of Kobe and Jordan. Look, it shows up when you watch his footwork. It's amazing to see somebody his size move so fluid.
And the Bulls call timeout here. He's checked in for Vucevic.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Skinny. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number one overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Lee outside. Puts up a deep three. That shot, no good. The 76ers trail by 15. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
His first personal foul.
Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. The Bulls in second.
And look, that stat is absolutely no fluke. It's just a matter of getting hot from long range. They are working hard to find good, open looks from the perimeter.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And Richard, cap smoothing is part of this new labor deal with the max 10% increases. Why is that important?
Well, it's so we don't get another KD and Warriors situation where the rich just got richer. Other players got contracts too, maybe a little too rich. I think the lesson was learned to smooth it out over time.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 6, and the foul on Skinny. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Grimes. Well, they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And he's good on the first of three. Good on the second free throw.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Smith right side. Cranes it with the D all over him. Smith's got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Out to the wing. Here's Mr. Moves. He has 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bulls from the top of the key. The Magician no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Dosunmu, the pass to Lee. Rebound by the 76ers. Abusele's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes to Mr. Moves. Inside. Abusele passes to Drummond. Tipped away. It's taken away by Smith. To the paint. Here's Lee. It's rebounded by the Magician.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates. He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Right side, Lee. Feeds it to Smith. Out to Lee. Intercepted. Now the pass to Grimes. The offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now Smith. 23 points in the game. Here's Andrews. It's Drummond with the rebound. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Mr. Moves passes to the Magician. Fade away. And again, it's Philadelphia.
The assist goes to
Chicago leading by 8. Here's Andrews. He's got 15. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Skinny's got 18 points in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus
on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And the Bulls call timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Vucevic checked in for Chicago. Money comes in for Lee. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. A look at Chicago. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the 76ers, down 5 spots from them.
And I think for the 76ers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
From here on out is just about putting in the work, coming to every game ready to compete, and never giving less than your best.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And that one drops for him. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
Vuce just brushes off that contact. He doesn't even feel that. It doesn't affect him at all.
And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Here's the Magician. 23 points in the game. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's the Magician.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
And yes, it's good. And that's now 25 points for Smith.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Here's Grimes. He has 7. And it's blocked.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Kicks it to Drummond.
2 minutes.
Pass to the Magician.
2 minutes.
Here's Grimes. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. To the left wing. Pass to Yabusele. 5 on the clock. Here's Grimes. Hits the 3-point bomb. Grimes has got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Passes it to Money. The pass to Dosunmu. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Grimes passes to the Magician. Banked in off the glass. The Magician's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Here's Andrews, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Second team foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooter 2.
And the first one drops. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. George comes in for Mr. Moves. And Maxey subbed in for the Magician. He's perfect from the line this time. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Grimes. 10 points for him. High post, Embiid. On the wing, George. Embiid inside. Here's Andrews. 20 points for him. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up. Not this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Lee. Get out there with Vucevic. And it's Smith. And it's Andrews in at the point.
At the line for Philadelphia.
That's good from Yabusele. So for the Bulls, Money's checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Smith. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Skinny. So he gets them both. The Bulls leading by 8. Lee with the ball. Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, Maxey. Over Dosunmu, misses off the right iron.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Maxey kicks to Yabusele. Pass to Grimes. Maxey passes to Grimes. Here's Embiid. Maxey trying to free himself up. And the basket by Embiid.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Ball from long range. It's good from long range. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Got a piece of it. On the wing, Lee, defended by George. No good from Lee. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Grimes. Inside. Here's Embiid. Robust move inside by Joel Embiid.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Ball. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
Maxey against Ball. Now, here's Maxey. D right on him. Excellent D there from Ball.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And George with the stuff.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
Ball with a wide open look. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
It's deflected. Pass to Dosunmu. Maxey against Ball. Here's Money. Another 3 for Chicago.
3 points.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Here's Money, and what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Here's Grimes, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Money. The pass to Lee. Over George. Kept alive.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Shot by Grimes. No good.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Ball against Maxey. He lobs it up.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders.
Maxey looking it over. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here is Dosunmu. Ball with it. Now defended by Embiid. Pass to Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it up. No good from Lee.
Whatever rhythm. Hard time finding buckets.
Pass to Yabusele. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The The Kid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Ball. Good. Nice job down low. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Ball against Maxey. Ball, the pass to Money. That's a 2 from Lee. The second chance effort. And the basket by Money. And the Bulls lead by 10.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Here's Grimes. And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Smith comes in for Money. And it's Skinny in for Ball.
Substitution on the court.
The feed to Collins. Back to Maxey. Clock at 6. That one good for 2. Maxey's got 19 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Andrews. Here's Smith. And the shot is good. Smith's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Bulls on D. Puts it up. Off the inbound. It's blocked. Here's Dosunmu. And he gets it to go. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Vucevic checking for the Bulls.
Nikola Vucevic.
Smith against Maxey. Here's Embiid. Nails the baby hook. 20 points for him.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
Andrews passes to Lee. Here's the Kid. He's covered by Maxey. The Kid can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Bulls leading by 10. Lee with the ball. George picks him up.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And the 76ers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
76ers ENT.
a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, the Bodyguard.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Now, Coach really laid into them. He said, we're too loose with it. Tighten it up. These turnovers are going to cost us if we keep giving the ball away. We're better than this. Guys?
Thank you, David. Out of bounds will be 76ers ball.
Sixers ball.
And so George will bring it up with the 76ers. Down by 12. From 13, the Magician no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release. Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for Philadelphia, number 1, 2 shots.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. The Bulls leading by 12. Now here's Lee. Another one falls for Chicago.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Here's the Magician, covered by Lee, with the drive, and he gets the bucket. And it's 29 points for the Magician.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And there's the pass to Lee. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. .144 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Collins. And the rejection by Smith. Pass to Andrews. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his clever pump fake from Vooch. Skilled at baiting defenders into the foul.
Shooting for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. Here we are looking around the NBA. Greg, it feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
no dominant team has been the favorite every year. And that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Smith.
And we can't forget about his effort on defense, specifically how many steals he was able to grab. Just an absolute pest.
Andrews sinks the three-pointer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
The Magician passes to George. Lets it go. He's off on that one. Now Smith, and so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I mean, I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard. Just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds. Like I said, it's a lot about effort. That's what I can do every night. And points are gonna come some nights. Sometimes they won't. I just take what I get and just keep playing.
Well, you did it all over the floor tonight, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long.